Hi Shubham, how are you?
I'm good, Shekhar. How are you?
Fantastic. Shubham, last meeting that we had, we discussed about how we keep our teams motivated and what keeps us going on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Now, during that conversation, you did mention once that we have a local tool that we have built which helps us analyze everything, which helps us forecasting in our day-to-day activities, which helps us how to manage the whole show better. Now I understand that when I joined you guys as a assistant team leader, you guys were still formulating that particular tool. Now it's perfectly done. You have been working on it for more than a year now, and there are a couple of versions of it as well, newer versions. Do you want me to take? Do you want yourself to take me through that particular journey, how it came about being, and how it helps you and your client on a daily basis?
Yes, definitely, Shekhar. This is a very good question, and I really would like our people to know how we are utilizing technology so that they can also get benefited by that. You see, our company is a pioneer in supporting people who call themselves startups.
Exactly.
So these people are actually those students who come out of those world-known universities, and when they graduate, they have this one very great idea to help the society in terms of providing them some data for outing, for touring, for technology development, for apps and all.
That's right.
But what they do not have is the manpower, because manpower is expensive. So for that, they rely on us. Now, we are committed to give them the quality of work. How do we do that? Because our client only has an idea in black and white.
That's right.
All they do is they write an email, collect a file, send it over to us. Now, it entirely depends on us how we ensure that we live up to our promises.
Correct.
So we call ourselves IT and ITES company, which is IT enabled services.
That's right.
Information technology enabled services. So when you call yourself IT and ITES, it becomes a quite moral obligation and responsibility to act like one.
Correct.
So for that, we first figure out that what exactly we need. What we need is data collection.
That's right.
How can we do that? We can have our people work on computer, find the data. Where do they put that data? So we say, okay, we have Excel in all computers. Okay, then we're gonna compile those Excels. Okay, and then we're gonna send them. Okay, but what if you mess up in compiling your Excels?
Correct.
Your client does not get the data. People who have worked on it may have to do it again. So okay, fine, let's do one thing. Let's skip compilation. So here we identified a step compilation that needs to go out of this process, so that we can go lean, at the same time accurate.
Correct.
So we said, now we go to our developers and we say, boss, I have this problem here. I want something I can store my data on. So they say, okay, fine, we'll give you a tool, and you can store your data on that one. So we store our data on that. Now before it goes to our clients, we think that I would want to relook at this data once. So I again go back to my client and say, boss, I want to relook at that data, and I want to correct what is incorrect.
Right.
So they say, okay, fine, we'll develop the tool further. So they develop the tool further. Now we have added one more step here.
Correct.
Now this is adding value to the work.
Correct.
Now we have audited that data, and now we say that when our client says, can you send me the file? So now we have two options. We can either export a file and send it over to him, or we send him a link, give him access into the tool, and tell him that, boss, this is the tool which we have prepared for you, and you can use it. It's right here. If there's more work that you want to send over, you just upload it on this. The tool will send an email to us, and we'll know that there's some more work.
Beautiful.
So our client says that, great, I never thought it would be so easy.
That's true.
So this is how we utilize technology. This I have shared a very a percentage of what we do.
That's right.
Because we utilize these tools. We are responsible for our clients. We are also responsible for our people. So these tools which we create for every project, they help in people management, they help in work allocation, they help in assignment preparation, they help in performance management,
Correct.
they help in tracking error trends, they help in making forecasting the amount of users we may need. They help us extracting historical data to show our clients what trend has been so that they can decide what they would want to do with this particular project.
Correct.
So this is all we do with technology.
I do understand it did help you a lot because currently you have roughly about 12 to 13 modules within the project that you're working on.
Yes.
And it actually grew from about 4 basic modules at the originally.
Yes.
And the team size hasn't grown that much, but the modules have grown and the output has grown. So this clearly shows that how you weaponize this particular thing, weaponize this particular tool for your betterment, to increase the efficiency on both the sides. Now, one of the best things that I learned after your last client meet was the client was really impressed on how you guys managed everything in one particular place, and how now they do not have to invest into training and development or doing any kind of development when it comes to
Yes.
efficiency. They have so-called they have outsourced that as well to you. So it's more like being a partner to the client now than just being a vendor.
Yes, it's more like making them, like I use this word dependent. It is making them dependent on us.
True.
And in a way, this also ensures, in today's world, you don't just want value for your money. You want a good value for your money.
Correct.
So this is where we are able to provide a good value for their money, which gives us a niche on our competitors, because our competitors, they call themselves IT enabled, but they actually buy those services from somebody else.
I was about to say that.
But we don't have to buy it. We have it right there.
We have a team of roughly about 40 people who
Around like
continuously work.
65 developers
Oh,
are
is
there.
it?
And the best part is that these developers are trained in, they are not trained, but I would say they are efficient and fluent in all technology related tools or platforms or languages which are currently in use. I remember there is something called some Java. So somebody's good with Java, for an example. I read it long back, these languages.
Yes.
So somebody's good with Java, somebody's good with C#, somebody is good with creating
.NET.
data.NET. So these 40 people are like a very huge database for us to get things done.
And basically, more or less from what I understand, it's a task management tool from where you can get a 360-degree view of your project.
Yes.
And it's a transparent tool.
And it is very important.
Exactly.
To have these kind of tools. We cannot expect our clients to give us these tools.
Correct.
But when we give it back to them, it is the same thing. They never expected that we'll give them a tool.
Exactly.
So it actually makes their life easy, and it helps them to focus on other parameters of their project or the idea which they're working on.
Correct.
So it saves their time, and time is money. So it saves their money.
Exactly. But obviously there is an innate threat of security breach and all those things. So how do you guys manage it internally to gain confidence of client that this is very secure?
Our tools can only be opened on IPs which we approve.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go home and want to access that tool, you cannot.
Okay, that's really
So
nice.
you have to be here, or you have to be you should have an IP address which is whitelisted by us. By whitelisting, I'm saying which is approved by us.
Exactly.
So by doing that, we ensure data protection.
Wow.
And if you need more levels of security, you can probably have more levels of security as well.
And we are capable of doing that as well, I understand.
Anytime.
That's really nice. This has been a really informative chat, Shubham. I always wanted to know what you guys have been doing, because this is what has helped our company to move forward from 500 to 1500 without any glitches, honestly speaking.
Yes, very
And
true.
this is exactly the technology and the commitment that we want to show to the clients in the future as well. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing this with
You're
me.
welcome, Shekhar.
I'll surely catch up with you very soon again.
Definitely.
Have a nice day.
You too.
To find out more on how you can get your career started here at Arcgate, please write into us at hello@arcgate.com.